We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. First for the Lakers. The professor out there with the professor. And holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol in at the power forward position. And looking at the Pelicans, the backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. And playing at the 5, a jump shooting 7-footer with underrated athleticism out of Colorado State, Jason Smith. Then there's Tyreek Evans, and it's Davis at the 4.
Well, you look at the Lakers' struggles last season, I think it surprised most of us. You know, some of it was injuries, part of it was just a lack of production off the bench. Then there was the inconsistency of the coaching and just the number of different people who were on that bench. So difficult season for the Lakers.
Here's Holiday after Pau Gasol's bucket. Holiday goes in. Off target at the rim. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, I spoke briefly with Monty Williams. Minimizing steals is one of his big focal points in this game. He said that taking care of the ball and not giving away possessions is something that is paramount to his team's chances for success in this basketball game, guys.
Hey, Doris, thanks. Steve, Clark, how do you best throw a defense like this off balance to enable your scorers to get comfortable?
I think the key is you need motion. You can't get too stagnant offensively where you're going one-on-one. Activate the offense with ball and player movement.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And then the other part of that, too, to me, Steve, is you got to be ready to take good shots whenever they come available.
And you look at the struggles of the Lakers bench last season when injury struck. They didn't have the players really to fill that void.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think for the Lakers, the bold strokes for the star players have been impressive, but it's the fine details of finding undervalued role players. That's where they've been lacking. Once injuries happen, that was thrown into sharp relief. And really, even when healthy, to win a title, you can't just have a great starting 5. We know that. You need another 4 or 5 players you can count on to give you quality minutes.
And there's the shot. Clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's the professor. Came in, passes to the professor. Tries to save it off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. The Lakers with it. Quick start to this game. Shot clock at 6. Passes to Young. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. There's the bucket. Good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
You know, for Pau Gasol calling last year a rough might be an understatement. He fought off an injury and tried to find a role on a team that was in transition. A year like that can really take a lot out of a guy.
So it's the Pelicans now. They trail by 7. And Holiday, here we go. He kicks it to Evans. To end the run. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And Steve, for Pau Gasol, he dealt with knee tendonitis from the first day of the season, then a concussion, torn plantar fascia. I mean, he just had one setback, it seemed, health-wise after another.
It was just that kind of season, which symbolized the fate of his Lakers, too. They just never seemed to get it going until it was too late. But, you know, with Gasol, we're talking about a guy who's remained effective for a long time in his career. And when you have that kind of skill level, I think your game can translate as you get older.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, an exciting player, Kevin. Incredible agility, and even when you think you have him stymied, he's great at maintaining his body control in midair and still getting a good shot off.
And he really is a tough guy to go up against because he throws his weight around so often and with reckless abandon. I mean, he can really wear you down physically.
Now here is Holiday. Smith sets the pick for Holiday. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Los Angeles leading by 6.
You know, there were high hopes for New Orleans last season, but after a slow start and injuries, they quickly fell out of the race. And you look back at the young players they played, and you can see why they struggled, but perhaps down the road it might serve them well.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. As you said, Clark, with New Orleans, they got a chance to look at a lot of different players and figure some things out. Steve, with some of the early injuries, they found that Vasquez could be a tremendous point guard for them.
And then what they do, they went ahead and traded him to Sacramento, Kevin. But look, I like the direction that they decided to go with. I mean, they used Vasquez as an asset. They added Tyreek Evans, Drew Holiday. They have some good young talent on their roster now.
Everybody knows how brutal the Western Conference can be, and part of the reason the Lakers were able to make it to the playoffs is because they were above 500 in the West, which is pretty impressive.
Now here is Holiday. Gordon kicks to Evans. And the shot is good. Evans has got 5.
Boy, he's looked great so far, right from the opening tip. Offensively, looks like he's brought his A game.
Well, going back to the Lakers in the West, they would end with a 28-24 record, Steve, against the rest of the conference. That record falling right in line where they finished in relation to the rest of the West.
Well, that record was really the big reason that they were able to catch up to Utah and end up passing them for the last playoff spot. And, you know, Laker fans might not be happy with how quickly they exited the postseason, getting swept by the Spurs, but, you know, they did make a good push at the end of the season just to get in.
And the shot is good.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Lakers leading by 6. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. It's stolen by Smith. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Holiday with the ball. Here's the Professor, guarded by Holiday. An emphatic alley-oop jam. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Here's the Professor. Good on the three-point shot. The Professor's got 7.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.